Uneventful is good, though.
What's that?
I said uneventful is good.
Yeah, it was great.
Did you get a link of the Chris Bryant show?
I didn't. I haven't seen it yet.
All right, I'll send it to you right now.
No, I get Suzanne sent it to me. I just haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks for sending Suzanne.
Can I get a quick 5 count real quick?
What's that?
Quick 5 count real quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Perfect.
What are we thinking for next week, guess-wise?
Who was I thinking about next week? I had somebody. Let me just look here.
Let me see. Dem, can you tilt on a touch more? In the boxes, I just don't want to cut my wire off. Whenever you get set.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, pimping.
Hey, how come it won't work on the computer?
We got low budget here.
Yep. So I'll click this.
Are we wearing
computer
matching
off
shirts?
Then, Ryan. Huh?
Are we wearing matching shirts?
Yeah, probably.
Close.
What do you got?
Pretty close.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I get.
I like it.
So the
Is it really the same shirt?
No. Yours
No,
is probably way
different
more
shirt.
expensive. I wonder why
Good
it's not on the
point.
computer.
I gotta
Hey,
get
Kevin,
that
this is
chain,
Director
though.
here at Marquee.
No cavities?
Yeah, sometimes it won't work on the computer. If you're on your phone, the quality is honestly sometimes better on your phone. If that's what you're working off of right now.
Yeah, let me get a little monitor now to hold it. Let me see something here.
Perfect. And then make sure you have your Wi-Fi turned off. It actually works better just with your data service.
Okay.
And then just send the bill for that data that you use, Kev. We're full on reimbursing here at Marquee Network. Looks just like Chuck. I'm lying alone with my head on the phone.
All right, you got me here, Kevin?
There he is. God, look at all your
Turn off
awards.
that Wi-Fi.
All your
Went out.
trophies.
I don't know what kind of Wi-Fi guests you've had. They obviously don't have great Wi-Fi, but here in Austin, Texas, we have wonderful Wi-Fi. But I turn it off. I'm
Perfect.
Very rules.
Thank you.
If I can hold this phone up, though, the case dropped my phone in the lake the other day, right?
If you have a,
You
some people do the trick where they open
still
the
using that
laptop
same
and
phone
put the cell phone in there. Oh, there you go.
same phone he got back in the day when we did that appearance for Sprint, you know.
I had 19 Sprint phones. Think about it.
Remember how long you had that free phone for?
Yeah, me and D. Lee.
Unbelievable, dude. D. Lee's still using it, I think.
Yeah, it went on.
Still got a 954 number.
Let's see if I can get this. Yeah.
All right. Hey, real quick, Kevin, you're still coming in kind of choppy, and it could have happened when you went from when you turned Wi-Fi off. So if you sign out and sign back in, that'll usually kind of just kick vMix in the butt and give you a better signal.
I'm gonna go somewhere different since we're it's a mansion, So since we're in that office, it's not great.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a really big house, so it's going to take me a while to get to the other side.
God, man, you got great hair. I wish I had your hair.
Look at her. That's just getting her working. Look at her. You work, okay?
What's up, Gina
Ken?
Faith?
You keep working. She's doing taxes, Ryan.
That's right.
She's not happy about it. You know what I'm saying? To get her that one couple weeks where she's
Right?
doing taxes, she is not happy.
You can write off all that fuel on that private jet, though. You're allowed to do that.
You know where I'm gonna go? I think I'm gonna go upstairs.
Ooh, I like that room up
I'm gonna
there.
go upstairs.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, it just takes a while, Ryan. It's just really, really big.
Well, when you got a 19,000 square foot home, there's a lot of stuff you can hide at.
When you're paycheck to paycheck,
I was gonna-
like me, Ryan, we're almost there.
I thought about doing it from my bathroom with all the animals on the wall, the wallpaper with the raccoon smoking out of a hookah and all kinds of stuff. Yep. There it is. Goddamn novel on there, Kevin.
That one, Ryan, is a great one. Scotty Roll's a great one. And then rest in peace. 1-5, thanks for giving me my nickname. Without your 7 for 47, I would just be Roy. You're the best. Roy Holiday. I called him Roy all the time, Ryan. I didn't call him Doc like everybody else did.
Just Roy.
I can't do it up here because Canyon's playing Fortnite.
That's okay. Just tell him to keep it down. No throwing his remote through his TV. You know. You blasting some fools right now?
All right, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
I know one
Watch
thing.
out! Watch out! Build a brick wall real quick. Build one. Don't you love it how like it's so important too? They can't stop.
Right? It's like, hey, you guys almost done with that game?
Kind of.
I need probably about just 30 minutes in here, just because I need to do this thing with Mr. Ryan.
30 minutes?
Or if you don't speak,
All right.
can you do it without speaking?
Not speak. Yeah, I have to speak.
Huh?
I can do it without speaking.
All right, don't tell Ian you're not going to speak for about 30 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah, just don't speak. Let me see. Let me see.
And for like 30 minutes, I won't speak. I can still do much stuff.
I think I'm going to go back downstairs, Ryan. Let's just make this easy.
Yeah.
Let's just make this easy. See, the phone thing, I don't have a case for it, so it's this really skinny, slippery piece of shit phone that I got. And so it's hard.
You know what I do is you put
Yeah,
it
the
up
laptop
against
tray.
your computer.
Yeah.
Huh?
So like open your computer up and then stick your phone like this way on resting on your computer.
God, you're so smart.
I took a class. It was an iPhone class when I first got it. You know.
All right, perfect.
You do it wherever you want to do it.
God, so nice of you. Let me see here. If I do it, open her computer up. Sorry, guys, taking so long. I thought I had it all set up on the computer. I didn't know that we were on a budget.
Chuck's on the gram now, Kev.
Huh? I know. How funny is that, dude?
Chuck's on the gram. He's gonna be trolling, dude. He's out there trolling.
Dude, Papa Chuck commenting on the Instagram had me dying laughing.
It's hilarious,
All right,
dude.
let me get a little scoop. Right? It's so funny dealing with like our parents through this like social media. Like they're like clueless. Do I need to be hot? We need to be
If
a
you
little higher.
could,
That's a good spot.
yep,
Get a little higher. We
either you
need,
get raise it up, or if you got a chair that's a little lower, whichever's easiest.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise it right here. Let me get some.
I like that horse.
We don't-
First live show today, Kev.
I know. How about that?
You excited?
Getting crazy.
Do you have to
Yeah,
get
I mean, you know
tested
what?
every day before?
Yeah, they're doing a corona testing before the show today. I just want back some normalcy, guys. You know what I'm saying? Just some
Yep.
kind of normalcy would be great. What do you guys think about that? Okay, I'm almost ready. This is good shit. I went to LA City Junior College, guys, so there's not a whole lot of education here. Okay. Got this thing, whatever this is. Okay. Oh, I think this is going to work, boys. Get that off the top. Oh, let's see here.
All right, let's see
That too.
here. No, that's good. So if you go there, then can you slide to your left? Yep, or just like
Okay.
that. It's perfect. Yep, and let's see. Let's see your just get in your comfortable spot. And I'll see the headroom and everything.
I can go higher or lower, wherever you want.
No, headroom's perfect. Everything looks good. I'll frame you up here if you hang like that.
That's Stifler.
Oh man,
Hey, are you
who has more
sure you
fun
don't
than
want
us?
Wi-Fi?
Let me see here. Can you give me a 10 count real quick, please?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Audio sounds good. You're a little pixelated. It could have happened when you jumped off Wi-Fi. If you sign out of this link and sign back in, that usually kind of kicks it in the butt, and then we should be all good.
Malik,
What's up?
you on here? Next
Yeah.
week is Arietta.
Okay. Full hour? Full half? I don't know.
Yeah.
His personality.
Oh yeah, he won't. Stuff. I might do two, but maybe one.
You there?
Yes.
Yeah, you got me here, Kevin?
Yes.
Let's see here. All right, give it a sec to settle
How's that?
down here, the signal. A little choppy. Takes about 30 seconds to kick in here. Let's see.
Hey, Malora, what's up? It's Malik. How are you? You don't hear me?
You
I hear
there?
you. You hear me here, Kevin? This is Kevin. Test, test. You hear me, Kevin? Dempy, you hear me? Yeah.
Testing 1, 2.
Yep. You hear me here, Kevin? Test, test. Kevin, you hear me here?
He said the mic is on. He's just not hearing anything.
Try if you're texting him, just have him log out, log back in one more time. Oh, that should just kick it. That should get it going. You might have just signed out. Let's see. Nope.
There?
Yeah.
You hear me?
There
Here?
we go.
Test, test.
Testing 1, 2.
I hear you. You hear me loud and clear here?
I do. Testing 1, 2, 3. Got it loud and clear.
Perfect. All right. Just let the signal settle down here, and it should clear up here in a few minutes. In a few, about 30 seconds here. Stand by. And then I'll frame you up in this box here. So
It's still pixelated, huh?
yeah, hoping it settles down here. And you're off Wi-Fi, correct?
This damn thing. You know what's funny? Is it just one.
What's happening?
He might have just disconnected himself. Let's see.
Yep, we're all off.
Perfect. All right, let's see here in about 30 seconds if signal quality improves here.
How's the weather in Chi-Town?
Hot, Kevin. Really, really, really hot.
Really
Yeah.
hot. Yeah.
Really, really hot. Sticky, muggy, like Texas muggy.
Really
I'm on my
windy.
third outfit of the day. Fuck, dude, Are you playing today or no? You already
No,
played?
Monday no play. Tahoe on Thursday night. They're still having that event next week. So,
Are they really?
yeah, just you and your caddy, Ryan. Just you and your caddy.
Sick. Who's caddying for you? Wygo?
Yeah. It's, you know what?
Yep.
We have the most fun. I mean, I've brought a PGA caddy. I've brought this Green Reader caddy. I've brought this. I'm like, dude, I am what I am, bro. It doesn't matter. I'm going to shoot
Yep.
77 to 83.
What are you going? Are you clawing it, or are you reverse handing it? Are you
I'm
belly
left-hand
putter? What
lowing
do you
it.
got?
I'm left-hand lowing
Yep.
it, and
Yep.
I'm choking down all the way to the shaft on like wedges, and it's like really gives you control. It's like choking up on a two-strike at bat, but I never did, Ryan.
Yeah.
But you have more
I don't blame
control,
you.
so I'm kind of going short all the way down there to kind of feel.
You should hire a guy just to follow Smoltz around, like the dude from Happy Gilmore, and just be like, "Hey, Smoltz, you're gonna miss that putt, you jackass."
Jackass! Mulder is who I need to watch out for there.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin, you're coming in still a little pixelated on the phone. Would you have an iPad by chance? I know the laptop didn't work. It's going in and out. Just your audio sounds great. Just video quality is kind of going in and out. It's up to you. If you have an iPad, we can test that out. Same thing. You just log right onto the link.
That I don't even have an iPad.
If you want to try this, you want to go. Want to turn your wireless on just to
See?
just cross it off our list
Like
to
his
see if it
Wi-Fi?
works. Yeah, we can try it. Told it's the best in Texas. So.
All right, Wi-Fi is back on.
Perfect. All right, and then I'd say if you sign out now and then sign back in, that usually when you make a change, you just got to sign out, sign back in real quick, and
No problem.
that gets it going. Thank you so much. All right, let's see here. Quick 10 count if I can from you. Just want to make sure your audio's still in sync.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, audio's still there. Just give it
Still
about 30
pixelated,
seconds
huh?
here. Yeah, let's see. It takes about a minute to hopefully settle down with the connectivity. So let's see. You're starting to clear up.
Yep, here he comes.
Yeah, there you go.
He's so handsome. You know, we're almost 50 years old, and you're just such a handsome-looking dude.
Oh, I just hope it clears up, Ryan. It's the longest I've had my hair since 03.
You know, I almost went all the way down, Kev. I was so close, man.
Do we need to go different shirt maybe? Because is that pixelating?
If you are willing to get a new shirt, yeah, that or go no shirt, that always helps.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're moving. Now we're moving
it's an
needles.
interview.
That's what we're doing.
Now we're going
Anybody
dad's
can wear
body.
a shirt. You know, just hey, pretty svelte, dude.
Yeah.
She is working.
Phil, just eat hamburger, hot dogs, sausages, and steaks every night because you can't go anywhere.
Hey, the COVID-15 is a real thing, man.
1.5 for COVID is this is that last little branch.
It's like the new freshman 15. It's the COVID-15.
Oh, stand by. Actually, I got my.
You just bump out with him taking his shirt off, Temp.
Perfect. Like that. And there you have it, folks. That's the real 1-5. That's Kevin Millar. You never know when he's going to wear a shirt or not wear a shirt. Where he's going right now, he might come back without any pants on. I don't know. What's he got here? Awesome.
Jake Arrieta.
There we go.
Figures. It was July 4th.
Yep. Coming up, celebrating independence. Yeah. Celebrating the movie, Will Smith, you know, Randy Quaid, Bill Pullman, all those guys. Flying the rocket ships, the spaceships, the fighter jets up into the berth. Just get all the aliens. Got them all. Independence Day, great movie.
How did that come out? Did pixelating come better?
It goes in and out with or without your Wi-Fi on. Your audio is good, sync's good. Like I said, if you have an iPad, we could try that.
I don't have an iPad. Gina left to go pick up the kids. They have the iPads. See if this is that's probably brighter. That pixelation's not working good there.
Yeah. We try to avoid kind of
Light.
keep windows in front of you, just for lighting and reflection and all that. We can go with it, and
Let's see. You want that? Get that door there.
you get that horse in there. There you go.
Yeah.
You want to take my horse to the hotel
Tilt back
room?
the other way. You can show some of that door, like right there. Yep.
Cut.
Bingo.
I'll try. I'll keep my neck in front of the other window, like that one.
Yeah, that's right. And then, so if you lean forward, so just scoot your chair back a little.
Cut.
Because, yep. And then if you lean, yep. All right. So then slide a touch to your right, or you can shift your camera a little bit more,
Touch to the
just to
right.
center you up. So show more of your front door there.
Oh, I got you. Whoops.
Right There, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're perfectly centered now. All right, stand by. Let me just frame you up, and then we should be good to go.
Now there's a picture of me over Ryan's face. How do I get rid of that thing?
Just grab it with your finger and slide it to wherever you want. Like you can put it down in the corner.
Oh, look at that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There, I'll just block my other self. Can you make it smaller?
What am I doing
bigger?
there? I don't know how to get rid of it. That's the only thing I don't know how to do.
Yeah, I think it's just there.
Hey, Malor, it's Malik. You got me?
Malik, what's up, big dog?
How are you?
What's going on?
Good to see you, man.
No, I wish I could say the same to you. I can't see you.
Yeah, by
I'm
tilt on
getting
a
the
touch,
figure. It's all good. It's all good.
just don't
How
cut
you
off
been?
the
All
thing
good?
yet. Right.
Yeah, been really good. No complaints.
No more soccer.
For the
Yeah,
time being, maybe
slide a
back.
touch to your right there. We're all good.
Still have my home in Venice, so I came out here to help out Santini for a couple years. See how it goes.
That's good stuff, man. Can't wait.
How are
To
you
play
guys
baseball.
doing? Good.
Been good, man. You know, just like everybody, just kind of like, you know, you walk in circles. Seems like a few times a week and don't know what day it is because it seems like everything's the same, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It
Just the
seems like
kids.
we're about to get back to some normalcy,
Yeah.
though. We'll see how that goes.
I'm over all the kids.
I can only imagine. Then we can go whenever you want. I think we're good to
All right,
go.
sweet.
Bro, what 5 license?
You probably forgot I took that.
So good.
You can just count yourself in, and then you're going to need to do a break at some point. So,
Yeah, I will. I'll take a little break
okay.
and then we'll cut out to come back. So Kev, we'll do interview. I'll bring you in. We'll do an interview, and then I'll go to a break, and then we'll come back for more interview because you're the whole show. So it's Ken Griffey Jr., Chris Bryan, and Kevin Millar are the only ones to have their own full show.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of.
Everybody else
put
has
my
a guest.
phone on
It makes sense.
silent real quick. Let me put this on silent. Oh, jeez.
It's gonna be fun.
Can you log off, Kev?
He turned his phone on silent. Still logged in.
What happened?
He was turning his phone on silent. He's still logged in.
Okay.
No, he disconnected, so he's logging back on now.
All right, he'll come right back in.
We're back. I was just trying to put my phone on silent so we didn't get any riffraff. Sorry. I don't want to start getting
Perfect.
calls.
All right, let's tilt. Let's see
Center back
there.
up.
Show more of the horse if you can. The horse picture, painting.
Oops.
That's good there if you want.
Okay.
All right, that's perfect. Let me just do a quick little framing up more, and then we're good to go. Give me about 30 seconds.
Hey, was that trip awesome, Dempy?
Yeah, I'm contemplating about doing it again here, like in a month.
I mean,
It was unreal. 4,300 miles we did.
it's the best, bro. Driving the RV with the family, I love it. People get all like, "Why are you gonna drive?"
Yep.
I'm like, dude.
Finley was my best co-pilot. She would sit there. She would be like, "Where are we?" She'd pull out the atlas. She'd find it in there, and then she'd be like, "Where are we going?" Then she'd map it out. She'd ask all the questions. The other ones just like sat on a phone or a tablet.
Right.
So she was unreal. And just like when you pull up, dude, like you park and you're in your home. You're in your home.
Dude, it's when you could say, "Hey, can I get a cup of coffee and some macaroni and cheese, please?" Yeah, no problem. I'll take a
Mm-hmm.
cheese tray. Yep, no problem. Feed her up and cruise control, and you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. Yeah, we saw a
Did you guys
ton of
do it?
cool shit, man. It was just
Did you guys do a switch on cruise control with the steering wheel up while you had to go to the bathroom and Kelly came over and drove?
no. Nice play. I
That's
thought about it. There was a couple times where it was a bottle, like it was like a soda bottle or that, or just pull over and go to the bathroom, and I chose the pull over.
yeah. So next time, Ryan, you're going to be in cruise control
Yep.
going about 72, and then you're in the middle of nowhere, so it's just nothing but highway. And Kelly's going to come over and step over you as you stepping under her, and she's going to be holding the steering wheel. It's not dangerous. It sounds very dangerous because there's so much room, and then you're just going to switch, and you're not even going to stop. You're going to walk back, say hi to the kids, lay down with them for about 8 minutes because then they're nervous and driving, and then you go back up there and it just refreshes you, but you haven't even skipped a beat.
We're gonna talk about RVs on this because it is like it's the shit, man.
All right, let's
I've looked
kick
at
it going.
buying. I've looked at yeah. Why? What's going on?
No, we're all good. It's just
Pretty smooth. So
pixelation.
okay.
Hey, do you want me to walk up to the guest house and try that one where I do IT?
How's your?
Kevin?
Is the quality?
Huh?
Is your connectivity better there?
It could be, I just know that. I mean, that's where we do the show, so maybe it is.
Yeah, go for it if you're comfortable with
I
that.
mean, it'll take 2 seconds to kind of
Yeah, go for it.
to see real quick. Let me see something.
When you get there, you might have to sign out, sign back in if it's different. It's different wireless.
See if this is any better. I don't have my damn computer up here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're looking much clearer now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. If I gotta get now, I don't have my computer up here, so we're gonna have to maneuver some stuff. All right. Got some red vines here. Put that right about there. Okay. See if that stays.
It's a crazy.
Huh?
Dude. No, Jared Carabas,
Yeah.
you know, he just
Yeah.
loves bashing the Yankees so much, you know. So he just like everybody's like all over Chapman because Chapman got that new $150,000 Jeep that's like Kevlar plated, you know.
Yeah.
So he just like Chapman versus Brandon Workman in 2019, and like
Video's
every
better on
one of the
mine.
stats, Workman has a better one. He just loves Barry.
Yeah,
It's really funny.
that looks nice. That's selling down for me. Video.
Is that can you guys, is that better?
That's much better. Can I just get a 5 count from you? Just want to make sure your sync's still good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Perfect. And then I know it might be tough to tilt down.
Let me see.
Let's see.
I
Or
got
you raise up. Yeah, I know it's. Let's see. Yeah, let's see that. In your comfortable spot. Well, that's great with the Red Sox over your left shoulder. That's good. All right, as soon as you're comfortable, I think we are officially good to go here. All right, let me frame out real quick, and then we're good.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Life, baseball, dog
by the way,
style.
it's the greatest sucker in the history, Clay Buchholz. It's the sourest thing ever if you like sour. You can get them on Amazon. They're called stand by.
If there's one person I will trust on the candy front, it's Clay
Stand by,
Buchholz.
Malik.
Take your time, brother.
It's called something sour. So Clay had a box, and I decided to get on Amazon and get me a box. But they are the most unbelievable sour suckers. Just to let you know, that should be your next
He knows
sponsor.
his candy. That was
Drop
his
them out. You know
pregame
my
meal.
candy.
Was a bag of Sour Patch Kids.
Oh. Shit, now I'm looking pixel again.
You ready here, Kev?
Yeah, it's roll.
All right, then just count yourself in, introduce our guest, and we're off and running.
All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome in, everybody, to this week's edition of Off the Mound, presented by Sloan. Now, our next guest, I would say he needs no introduction, but he does need a little bit of an introduction. He is the pride of LA City College. He's an 04 champ, a 7-time Father of the Year. Everybody knows him around baseball as the real 1-5, my boy, Kevin Millar. How you doing, pal? It's so great to see you, man.
I'm going to tell you, I rarely get introduced as the LA City Junior College from 1990 and 91 as that guy. So I appreciate that because sometimes we forget our roots, Ryan.
Yeah, it's all about, you got to remember where you came from. And, growing up in LA and then LA City, then the pride of Beaumont, where you met your lovely wife Gina at. You have had an unconventional road to your baseball career and where you are now. It's been quite the interesting story for everybody to watch, Kevin.
Yeah, Ryan, let's be honest. I had 5 times to get drafted. That'd be a senior in high school, 2 years at that beautiful LA City Junior College in South Central Los Angeles, and 2 years in Beaumont, Texas, another beautiful place. I don't know if you've ever smelt sulfur plants, but take a trip to Beaumont about 9:12 p.m. in the evening. Then there's this beautiful smell of sulfur, and that was 2 more years, my junior and senior year there in college. So the Astros, I believe, went 90 rounds or 60 rounds, whatever it was. And so, yeah, the draft, I just kind of waited. I was still waiting. Actually, I'm still waiting because I know they went 5 rounds this year, and I still haven't been drafted, Ryan.
You're like an inspiration though to all these kids who didn't get drafted. They think their world's ended now because they didn't get selected. But the reality is that your odds are just as good as the guy who went in the first round. I mean, you proved that 12-year major league career and an '04 champ.
You know what's funny though? I do appreciate because I ended up going to St. Paul and playing for the St. Paul Saints in the Northern League. Because people ask like, how'd you get? You didn't get drafted. It's like, what do you do now? And that's a great question because you sit back. There's some independent leagues that aren't affiliated with big league clubs, so you get a chance to go swing a wood bat. And I always tell kids, I go, you know what? Scouts are going to make mistakes. I wasn't a mistake, and I say that jokingly. I mean, not jokingly. I didn't have a whole lot of tools. I couldn't run that well. Still can't. Never did. Arm strength was below average. Fielding was below average. Everything stat-wise wasn't great. But you know what? I could always hit a little bit and I always had a little bit of heart on the field. So, with that being said, I always tell kids, man, you keep playing as long as you can. And when you have a uniform on in any team, you have a chance because it takes one guy to say, you know what? That kid can play. And my guy was Gary Hughes, who you know well, I know well, who actually signed me with the Marlins of the St. Paul Saints and actually released me in 2010. Jim Henry and Gary Hughes was my last hug. So it was pretty neat how it was a full circle. And you remember that day very, very well because I think we thought we were going to be together and play one more year together with Chicago, and it didn't happen. I took off and went down the road, and that was it.
You know what though? Like it's funny you talk about the tools, and you would always joke about that. You didn't even have a toolbox, but the reality is you had probably one of the most important tools, and that's baseball IQ and the knowledge of the game and where to be, and who you could swing first pitch off of and things like that. How much do you feel like maybe we focus so much on the stats and the stats and the stats, but really playing the game is the number one thing that you can do and the most important thing you do when you're out there?
Yeah, we get caught up a lot now, like we're robots, right? And I know we have so much more information now as a society in everything, in your health, in your cholesterol, and your heart disease, and not heart disease, and all the stuff, and it goes on into sports. And when I say that, there's a lot of people out there that love golf, right? You and I love golf. You sit back down and you put a TrackMan down, and then they have like, launch factor, spin rate, and you're sitting here smash factor, and I'm like, what is all that? Like at some point, you just got to figure out how to get that little white ball in that hole, right? So baseball is very similar. Like we have a lot of stats. We know Ryan Dempster might throw his wipeout slider with 2 strikes, and that's his pitch. But you still dig in that batter's box. There's still 35,000 people in the stands. There's still first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And pitchers have tendencies, hitters have tendencies. And that's the cat and mouse game that we love that sometimes isn't on the stats. And that's just kind of like that gut. And sometimes you got to go with the gut feeling. And we've lost that a tick because we're so stat oriented and information's given to all these managers of when to throw this guy and when to hit this guy. But sometimes you can look down there, like you and I used to play with a guy named Jim Leland. And you look down there smoking his heaters, and somebody like, hey, Debbie, get it back. And you're like, what? I haven't hit since 1993. And yeah. I feel you're going to go ahead and lay a nice bunt down. So the gut feeling is still fun in this game.
And two, like you are always like a huge proponent of the power of your brain and your mind, and you could will yourself to do certain things. And we all know the story, and we'll get into that about '04 with the Red Sox. But you were that way with us coming up with the Marlins. We had all of these young guys. You had this attitude of like, hey guys, we're supposed to lose. We're not supposed to beat the Braves. They're supposed to kick our butt. Let's go out there. Let's get experience. Let's have fun. And you were the epitome of that. And I think, when I look back at our teams and the guys that we had on those teams, you're talking about guys who had, really, really good, and some guys who had great major league careers because of instilling that attitude in all of us. Where did you get that from? Who was the person that instilled that in you?
Well, it's my dad. I think Papa Chuck Chuck Millar, been married 6 times, Ryan. I had a lot of stepmoms, some good, some bad. But I'm going to tell you one thing about my dad. No matter how bad it is or was or during his life or whatever it was, his attitude was always positive. You know, he would always look at me and say, let it out. Let it out. And whatever it means, we don't even know what it means. It's just the it factor. And then you look up, and I remember I wasn't going to make my Lamar University team. I was all junior. You know, you go there, there's 5 third basemen taking ground balls. You're all nervous. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm a punk kid. I got the earrings, you know, and there's their big cowboy belt buckles and hats. I'm like, where am I at? But you know what? He said, let it out. And we all have that as people. It's a choice when you want to wake up with a good attitude and when you want to wake up with a bad attitude. And I know when I'm getting cranky, if you're getting hungry and you're getting tired, but I think that's the one thing is you come to the field every day as a teammate, as a player, but forgetting like to enjoy every moment. Win, lose, or draw, you play your hardest, you play the game the right way, and then someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. I don't think we have enough fun. And I know one thing, we had fun, you and myself and Mike Redmond and Paul Bacos and, you know, Kotze and Mike Lowell and Derek Lee. And these guys had wonderful careers, and Brad Penny and Josh Beckett and AJ Burnett. And you look at, we lost a lot. You know, that those teams, those guys lost a lot, but had 10 years plus big league careers with some World Series championships and, you know, MVPs. Mikey Lowell was MVP of the World Series. Like, it's pretty unique to look back and understand the grind that you went through when we were getting beat by Al Leiter, Mike Piazza with the Mets, and, you know, the Smoltz, Maddox, and Glavine situation with Chipper Jones with the Braves. We were in that division, and we got beat up a lot. It was us and the Expos. Then you look back, you're like, you know what? We had some good careers, you know, and I think that's the fun part is learning and growing from the struggles, and half of that is attitude. And so I think my dad instilled always to have a good attitude, always to have fun, always go out there, and no matter what happens, you know, try your best. Sometimes it's not good enough, but I can't look back and ever say I never had enough fun in the game.
Yeah, and perspective. You had some of the best perspective. You kept life in perspective, you know, like when guys were stressing out or the pressure. And it's like I remember times like pressure. No, pressure is like making a mortgage payment, you know,
That's right.
not going up there for an at bat. And I always remember, and I love this, whenever we'd face a knuckleballer, you would walk in the clubhouse and you'd be like, day off today, guys. It's a day off. That's right. It's softball Thursday. And everybody, you know, you'd have the scouting report where you're going over a pitcher and you'd be like, no. Softball day today. That's all we're doing. Softball hacks. Like, how did you were just incredible at that. How did you maintain that? It was so much fun to be around. It was contagious.
You know what it was, right? You get up there in the 8th inning, you got somebody coming in throwing 95 miles an hour with the wipeout slider or split finger, and yet then you have the knuckleball pitcher, which is unique, right? It's 50-50. Either it's going to hang up there and float, and you're going to try to launch it like it is a softball game, or it's going to hang up there and go straight down. You're going to look silly. You're probably going to hit it on the end of the bat, strike out, pop up to the catcher. But I would laugh at guys getting to first base just stressed. I'm like, bro, this is 4 at bats, if not 3 at bats, of you got a guy throwing 58 to 64 miles an hour. That's like a day off. Get up in the box, get on the plate, have some fun with it. Hey, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, or 2 for 4, 2 for 3, whatever it was, but it feels like it's a day off because you're not stressed on the 95 to 98 wipeout, split finger, or cutter, or slider for the 6-3. So I always just had fun, and like I said, it's attitude, right? It's your choice how to drive the field that day and how to, you know, take on stretch again for the 400th time high knees, or how to have fun with it. And so I think we, with the Marlins, you and I and all the guys we named earlier, that was our little base and foundation to start us kind of like learning. We had a lot of fun together, and I think we were all young. And then you look fast forward 15 years through those careers, you're like, yeah, some guys made a lot of money, some guys won some World Series rings, and some guys just, you know, had great careers.
When you left Florida and went to Boston, which is an amazing story because you were supposed to be in Japan, and the next thing you know, a phone call and you don't go to Japan and you end up with the Red Sox. You know, when we were at the Marlins, it was, you know, at times 1,000 people in the stands, you know, and all of a sudden you go to Fenway Park, you know, and it's packed, and the expectations of winning Was having that attitude, was that a little, I never even have ever asked you this, did you maintain that same attitude? And kind of like, because you were responsible for changing a demeanor. They thought the worst was going to happen because they hadn't won. And you brought this attitude of, no, we're going to change things around. Did you find that tough when you first got there?
No, you don't know anything about Boston until you get a chance to play there. And back then it was, really intense. That rivalry was crazy. It's the cities that really didn't like each other. You were either Yankees or Sox. There's no in between. And you felt fan base wise. Did I hate Derek Jeter? Did I hate Jason Giambi? No. Come on. Posada, Bernie Williams, Matsui. These guys were just pure on pros. But you understood that there was a passion that I've never felt before because you mentioned we had 1,000 people in the stands. And, when we play a day game on a Thursday, Expos Marlins, say we had 5,000 in a 75,000 arena, capacity arena at Pro Player Stadium, which was Joe Robbie, which is where the Dolphins played. It looked like there was 9 people there. And that might be that might be what these players are going to be witnessing once we start baseball again. People had asked that, like, what's it like playing in front of no fans? I'm like, well, we did it in Florida when we played the Expos during a day game. It was a getaway day. But the Red Sox going there, passion, unbelievable, haven't won in 86 years. You felt it was time to change this. And what I meant by that was their attitude, the fans, the negativity, the Bill Buckner ground ball through the legs, and all of these games, the Bucky Dent home run, everything bad happens to them. Nothing good happens to them. That was the way they thought. And I'm like, no. Billy Miller, Orlando Cabrera, Mark Bellhorn, Trot Nixon, Jason Varitek. It was time to change this culture. David Ortiz, non-tendered from the Twins. Here he is. Todd Walker, non-tendered from the Reds. Billy Miller was non-tendered from the Cubs. Millar was non-tendered from the Marlins. We had a bunch of misfits that kind of came over here non-tendered wise, but it was time to go, let's go. And, we had our superstars. We had our Pedro Martinez and our Manny Ramirez, and David Ortiz turned into who he is. And, Kurt Schilling came over to 04, but it was such a unique group, similar to our Marlins group for all those years, that didn't know any better other than let's change this. It's time to change this, and it's no more 15 cabs with 15 people. We were rolling deep like you guys rolled in 2013, the Bearded Brothers. It was a very similar club from the 04 team to the 13 club World Series team.
And 03, your first year there, you guys had a great run. Obviously, up in Game 7 or Game 6, and then the Aaron Boone home run and all that kind of stuff. And the Yankees end up winning in 03, and you come back in 04 and down 3-0, and everybody knows the story. And it's really quite incredible when you try to wrap your head around it. The very guy that's walking around during batting practice telling everybody, "Don't let us win today." And then you go out there and draw the walk off Mariano Rivera. Dave Roberts pinch run, steal second base. Bill Miller base hit up the middle, tie game. Now you're walking off. After you win that game, your guys in the locker room, were you guys like, oh, we got this now? We got this right here.
Yeah. And I know everybody knows the story, but the Dan Shaughnessy quote when he called us frauds, we lost 19-7 in Game 3 in 2004. So now we're down 0-3, right, in a 7-game series. And I was going potty. And that would be number 2, Ryan, at that point. And I'm reading the sports page. And then back then we read papers, right? Yeah. So I saw that we were a pack of frauds. That got me. Okay. That's the part that got me. So you're down 0-3. That was that little. And I said, okay. So we get to the field that day, and it's 12:30, 1 o'clock. You're yipping and yapping. I'm like, all right, we're frauds, boys. Dan Shaughnessy called us frauds. Now understand this. Yankees might be better than us, Ryan. They might be better than us. But to look around and call us frauds because we're not as good as them, that's where I didn't understand that part of it. So when Dan Shaughnessy walked in to the clubhouse that day down 0-3, I said, your hair sucks, Dan. And he's got this big red perm. And, he's looking at me like, what?
Stand by. I guarantee you got a phone call.
Yep. Yeah.
You can take a break at any point, Jim. We're about 10 minutes in.
Yeah, after we finish this little story, we'll bump to once he gets back here.
You there?
Yep.
You got me here. This is Kevin.
Damn, I thought I had that thing's on silent and still.
That's
running.
okay. We're all right. We got editing. We're good, man.
Can you slide a
Right
touch
back
to
into
your
the-
left, Kevin?
That way.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I could pick it up on a single here, Malik, Kevin, if you want, and just have him just keep going.
Yep. You're just talking about Shaughnessy's hair. That's where you were.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
Yep.
Let's count down.
Yep.
Yep. Just come in whenever.
All right, 3, 2, 1. So Dan Shaughnessy, big red perm, and he walked in the clubhouse. I said, you know what, your hair sucks, Dan. And you saw him kind of just get uncomfortable, and it was kind of weird. But you got to understand this. You just wrote that we're a bunch of frauds. So I started telling him, I said, you look over there, is Billy Miller a fraud? Pedro Martinez a fraud? Is Trot Nixon a fraud? Is David Ortiz a fraud? All of a sudden, it's not making sense to his statement. And then he kind of followed me out to batting practice and didn't understand why I was being so hard on him. And that's when that boomstick was kind of over the dugout. So the media kind of knew there was something going on between he and I. And for me to say, don't let us win tonight, because I really didn't know how we were going to win. I mean, we were not a good matchup. I think D'Lo was pitching that night. They had good at-bats off him in the past, and we ended up winning the game. I mean, obviously, David Ortiz homers off Paul Quantrill in the 12th. Well, then once I said, don't let us win tonight because we have Pedro game 5, Schilling game 6, anything can happen game 7, we can even put you at second base, Dan. It was something that was surreal because it happened. Like, we're down in the 9th. I walk, and Robert steals, and Billy Miller gets a base hit. Quantrill gives up the home run to Poppy. Game 5, the very similar, exact same situation. I walk off Tom Gordon. Roberts pinch runs. Then Poppy in the 12th inning or whatever that inning was, he has a big 15-pitch at bat of Rich Loiza, and we win the game again. So now we're rolling into Yankee Stadium game 6 and 7. You felt the pressure if Schilling can make the start because he had that surgery. And then game 6, we win that game. Game 7, they had no chance. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
Sometimes it's in the cards, and you know as well as I do, sometimes it doesn't make sense, but we're leaving our hotel room. We have a chance to shock the world that day, and we did. They had zero chance. Johnny Damon goes deep and, drives in a million, and Poppy goes deep. So it was that was a boat race, and that was getting them back for game 3, what they did to us.
And then, after you guys win that, I felt like going to St. Louis and playing them. They come there, and then you guys go there, and at that point, you guys were just an unstoppable force because, when you say those things and then they start to come to fruition, and they actually play out on the field, and now you beat the Yankees down 3-0. It would have taken a miracle for anybody to beat you guys, just the way you guys were rolling into that World Series, and you showed that by sweeping the Cardinals.
Yeah, and people don't realize the St. Louis Cardinals that year were the best team in baseball. I mean, they were built like an American League club. They won over 100 games. Remember, you had Scotty Rowland and Jim Edmonds and Larry Walker and Edgar Renteria. Like, they were built like the big boys offensively. The problem was, Woody Williams and Jason Marquis and Jeff Suppan at that point wasn't a great matchup for them because, I mean, the old 1-0 curveball to Manny Ramirez, these middle lineup guys in the American League, it isn't the same. And I think that's, for the Cardinals, it was a bad draw at that point because we were rolling in pretty high. And it could have gone the other way because beating the Yankees in game 7 after losing in game 7 the year before, you almost felt like you won the World Series, but we had 4 W's left against a darn good club. We were just able to take care of business.
Well, you were a humongous reason. We all know that as to why you guys won a World Series and broke that curse there in Boston. So much fun for everybody. You gave a lot of memories, a lot of good stories. And we're going to take a little break, and we're going to come back, talk a little bit more baseball in the current game today and a little bit of life with our boy. That's right, the Real 1-5. We'll be right back after this short little break with more Off the Mound presented by Sloan. Sweet. We'll come back in right here.
You ready? Yep, we can come back in. We'll stay on the 2-shot. So whenever you're ready.
Yep. Okay. Well, welcome back. And as we've been going down a trip down memory lane with our good friend here, my brother from another mother, that's right, the legend, Kevin Millar. A legend in Beantown for sure. You did so many great things, helping bring a World Series there. Pieced together a really, really awesome career for yourself. Baseball, you win a World Series in Boston, you go to Baltimore, you play in Toronto your last year up there, and then baseball stops, career-wise, baseball-wise, on the field-wise. And then you start as an analyst, you're doing some games for Fox, you're at MLB Network, and then boom, here comes Intentional Talk. You and Chris Rose, and everybody in the baseball circle knows this. What an amazing show you guys have. You guys are light, you guys are fun, you're informative, you're entertaining, your guests are incredible. 10 years, you're going on your 11th year of doing this. I think close to 600 shows. Did you ever imagine this? I know we talked about it before. Did you ever envision it being this successful and this much fun doing Intentional Talk with Rosie?
No, because you and I are very similar, right? We had fun. We were likable while we played. Guys might not like you playing against you, but once you got a chance, it was like, yeah, Dempster, he's a great dude. All right, Kevin, he's a better guy than I thought. Whatever it was while we were playing. And they always said, oh, you're going to be doing television when you're done. Well, that didn't make sense to us because we didn't have the MLB Network. And we would sit there in our rooms waiting for our Florida Marlins highlights, watching Peter Gammons and the boys and Harold Reynolds, trying to see if I got 2 hits or you might have thrown 7 innings. And they would just give the score. Marlins beat the Brewers 5-1. You're like, God, I want to see the home run. I want to see the double. You might have struck out 7. But television wasn't on our radar, right? And I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I'm gonna have to take my shirt off just for a second. Not take it off, but I'm gonna show you my arms.
Yeah.
But not because they're big, because they're just 50 years old and flabby. My point being is this. You see this? Brian, I've told you the story. Okay, that right there. Whoops, let me get over here. That says IT. This is my grandfather, Papa. This is KCM 15, right? That's when the one you hide from your mom when you're 16 and your dad. But under here, that says IT, period. That was when Dad said let it out to make the college team in 1992 at Lamar University. I was a junior, okay? Now fast forward 92, 02, 12, let's just say 20 years later, I'm doing a show called Intentional Talk, which is IT. If you don't think that that's a little bit strange and a little bit how life takes you in these little unique paths, that's a true story. So I have IT on my arm in 1992. 20 years later, we're doing a show called Intentional Talk, and going on our 10th, 11th year. It's been awesome, and it was hard at first. I didn't understand television. I didn't know television, and then having a play around every day. To this day, I still get nervous interviewing guys because we've been interviewed our whole life. It's now getting a little more comfortable to kind of, take a deep breath, listen to their answers. Maybe your next question comes off their answer. I was always so like, okay, now what do I ask next? Okay, what do I ask next? Okay, what do I ask next? And it's been fun, Rai. And I tell you what, the MLB Network launching in 2009 has really given all of us an opportunity to kind of stay in the game.
Yeah, and I think that's what I love about your guys' show so much is that you humanize the players. You make them, they're human beings. They're, like you said earlier, they're not robots, and so you really highlight that. And I think what it does is it gives fans out there an opportunity to see them that way, so that maybe when they strike out with the bases loaded or they give up a home run, that we're not just going to boo them because they failed. You want to boo them because they didn't hustle, cool. You want to give them a hard time because of that,
Right.
no problem. But because they fail, somebody on the other side, 60 feet, 6 inches away, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. And I think your show and you personally have done and you did during our careers, such an incredible job of relaying that to the fans that they're humans out there. Let's go. Let's treat them like human beings.
Yeah, when we have players on, and I knew the feeling, you knew the feeling, you feel like it's like making an error. I always say, you make an error in the 6th inning, 2 outs, 1st and 2nd, boom, ball goes through your legs, you drop a fly ball. You feel like the world is looking at you. After 30 seconds of that debacle, we're already moved on to the next hitter. You're already looking over at me like, don't worry about it. Let's go, bro. It's my job to pick you up. But you feel terrible. You feel like everybody's staring at you, and it's over with. Like it's on the History Channel. I've already got it on channel 248. I'm there. Like it's on but you don't feel that way. And so when we're talking about players coming on the show, sometimes they're coming on because we booked them, but they're 0 for 25. I don't care. I don't care if you're 0 for your last 5 starts with a 12 ERA. Let's talk about life. The dogs, the family, the wife. I remember we had Tomei on. He had a 600 home run. He's in Minnesota. We have him on ballpark camp. How's everybody doing? Hey, kept great swing. Keep battling. Jim Tomei, the nicest human being in the world. If I could have somebody marry my daughter, it'd be Jim Tomei or you. Sean Casey's right there in the 3-hole. Point being is that Jim Tomey thinks we're talking about a 600th home run, and wow, what a great home run. First pitcher we show up, he's dropping a 3-point shot in high school in John Stark's old tidy whities. Okay? John Stockton from the chest. So, like, the shorts are this big. I mean, the kid's got a nice little jump shot, but he's like, oh, God, Kevin, what did you get? Oh, God, what did you get that pitcher? I said, Jim, this has nothing to do with your 6 home runs. Anybody can do that. Let's talk about, did you make the shot or not? And it's that kind of stuff that is funny. Now the shield goes down as a player, and now they can open up and have fun because people don't realize that we are humans. All they see is salaries. They open up the USA, hey, Brian Devers making $6.2 million and Bob's making 3.3. Like, stop. These guys are dads. They're kids. I mean, we're immature. I'm tired of you throwing shampoo all over me when I'm trying to get the shampoo out of my hair, and you keep pouring the shampoo on me. Like, that's not very nice, Ryan. I'm tired of that stuff. That's the stuff that I like to bring out.
You would always do that. I love the USA Today because, sports is one of the few things where like they just blast their salaries everywhere. And you would
Right.
always open it up in the lounge or something. You'd be like, let's see who on the team who's good looking. Let's look at the good looking players. And you just go the guy with the highest salary. Like he's hot. He's hot. He's good looking.
Hey, it was like Poppy. I don't know. It was Orlando Cabrera. I was like, man, that's not an easy guy in the eyes. Let's just be honest. I mean, you and I know, like, if you're gonna go down and do a Victoria's Secret one-way model, I don't think Orlando Cabrera's gonna be our guy. But he goes, that's okay, Poppy. I know good looking, but I'm handsome. He had a little 4-year, $40 million deal. That's a great point. You are handsome, Orlando. So I know good looking, Bobby, but I'm handsome.
Oh man, and you talked about it there. You said family. You treated every locker room like a family, but it starts with Chuck and your mom. You love your family. We see it on Instagram. We see it on Twitter, and you're 7-time father of the year, 4-time husband of the year, runner up a few times. Your family to you. You have such a beautiful, wonderful family. They're great kids. You open the world up for us to see them. Talk about your family and what they mean to you, because they're such lovely, lovely people. It starts with your wife. Thank God she's taking care of the kids and raised them to be such good human beings. Your family to you, how important they've been along the way.
I will say this, life's about phases, right? You go through high school, you get your first girlfriend, you get your heart broken the first time, then you go into college, and now you're going to have your first adult beverage. And it's like, oh my goodness, I had 3 beers. I poured 2 of them out, but I'm really, really buzzed. This is amazing. And oh my goodness gracious. And then all of a sudden you start becoming a father. And now your life is a whole different ballgame. You're not jumping off the bridge anymore into the lake. You're not doing these silly things, riding a motorcycle without a helmet. It's probably the greatest thing in the world. And not when I say probably, it is the greatest thing in the world, because you and I played a lot together, and the major leagues was all we knew, right? I only knew the clubhouse and messing with guys and in our underwear and Cliff Floyd and Derek Lee and Ryan Dempster and Mike Redmond and Mike Lowe. Like, this was our family, right? That's all we knew. And then you stop and you're thinking, man, I'm 38 years old. I have nothing. What do I do in life? I got my whole life ahead of me. And then the kids. And now you're in the school lines dropping the kiddos off, and you're getting backpacks at Target, and then you're heading over here to get to the store, and you've got all of these requests. But it's the greatest thing in the world, because you have the opportunity they're the future, right? To teach them respect and teach them love and teach them to love everybody. And it is the greatest thing ever. We talked about you and I've talked a lot about the RV and the motorhome. Like, there's nothing more special than to put your family in a motorhome. And I did it to the Buckholz about 3 weeks ago. He drove to Kansas City. I said, I promise you, Clay Buckholz, try it. He rented him his little 25-footer. They drove to Kansas City, but he had a blast. And people don't realize, like, just the family time, nobody can go anywhere. You can listen to music, sing songs, dance, look at the devices, but you're rolling as a group. And I think family time and those moments, you can't buy and you can't get back. So I really enjoy being a daddy, just like you do, and your beautiful family, and you are the best dad in the world. And it started back in Scottsdale, and it used to piss me off a little bit, because you would sit there, and I don't know if it was Brady, but you'd bring Brady by yourself, like 3 months old, And it was like Ryan was out here alone, and we would do something. Gina would, whatever, Brady might be sleeping, and I'm like, she's like, he's the most unbelievable human being in the world. I wish someday you could be like Ryan. I'm like, babe, I'll never be like Ryan because I'm scared to death to change the number 2 diaper. He sold me out. I told Gina I'm going to throw up on my gag. So as boys club, I was like, no, never say you're going to change the number 2. Just do number 1. No, not Ryan. He was feeding it, changing it. And I could say it. Sorry, Brady. He's a tough little redheaded kid right now out of Chi-Town. He's about 6'1", probably. He's bigger than Uncle Kevin. But my point being is that you set the tone for Father of the Year. I'm self-proclaimed Father of the Year. You, my friend, are Father of the Year.
That's very, very kind of you. You know what? It goes fast. And then pretty soon they're 14. They have all the answers, and I don't have to change his diapers anymore. I just have to remind him to brush his teeth. So, it goes like that. And I think that's why we
Right.
both enjoy it so much, because we know it goes that quick. Baseball's back. I mean,
Yeah.
at least on its way. How excited are you? It's been tough, because as I've learned through this whole process, Kevin, that the quote unquote source, is both unreliable and a habitual liar, because it's like one day we were back, then we're not back, but we have got an agreement now and we're on our way. How awesome is that? And how much are you looking forward to baseball being back to start up?
You know what, Ryan? We've all been going through a weird time in our country and the world. Obviously, trying to stay safe, and it's something that's new for all of us. And there's not an exact answer. It was masks weren't the reason before. Now we have to wear masks, and it's like that to protect ourselves, social distancing. So we're all learning this in a daily situation. But the one thing we need is sports. The one thing that we can rally around are sports worldwide: soccer, golf, baseball, football, NASCAR, basketball, all of them. We as people love something, whether it's the rivalries, whether it's the banter with your best friend, your wife, whatever it is. So I am so excited that we have something on the calendar. July 1st, they're all going to head off. Hopefully COVID-19 stays out of the way as much as it can. We know people are going to, get it. We know people are going to have to quarantine for 14 days. But I am so excited to see the 60-game schedule, hopefully starting July 24th. And hopefully there'll be some – you can't go 7-17 in April. I think this is going to be a playoff feel.
Yeah.
There's 60 games, starting from game 1 to game 60. I think every team has a chance
Everyone's
to
in
make the
it.
postseason.
Everybody's in it. Everybody's got a shot.
So I just think we're excited. Like, this is fun. We're doing our first show today on Intentional Talk. It was like, everybody zoomed out, and Zoom's been amazing. But we get to sit here and talk baseball and get excited. I actually forgot for a second Anthony Rendon was with the Angels. We started talking about the guys.
Right?
I'm like, that's right. Garrett Cole's with the Yankees.
Garrett Cole's with the Yankees.
Cow.
Yes.
Mike Moustakas is with the Reds and Castellanos. And I'm like, wow, that's a low price. I know. So it's going to be fun to kind of rejuvenate our thoughts.
Well, and with baseball being back, that means IT is going to be back, and it's a lot of fun to watch you and Rosie out there doing your thing. Anybody can catch you guys on MLB Network. You guys put on an awesome show. It's great to catch up with you. I brought the jersey down from above my bed. It's normally hanging right on there. Kelly still lets me hang it up there, and your old license plate right there. For anybody who doesn't know about Kevin, he is the real 1-5. So much so that on my jersey, if you look right here, I love you, Kevin Millar 1-5, and then underneath you wrote 1-5, just in case I didn't see the number. So I love you, man. We're brothers. I know that. Thanks so much for joining us today, dude. You're a legend, and I'm just so happy for everything that's happened for you and Gina in your guys' life, and for joining us here on the show today is incredible.
You're a brother to me, bro. You know that you and Kelly are my family, and you know that we need to get together on an RV trip, you and I, down the road. We're going to follow each other because I think between the two of us, we have 8 kids now, right? So we're going to need an RV. It's not, no more like a Suburban. We need like an RV. So that's what we do.
Absolutely, man. So great, man. Hey, good luck with the first live show you guys are being going with again. Baseball is back, Kevin. It's happening. And thanks for stopping by Off the Mound. We really appreciate it. We're going to be right back after this short little break from our sponsor, Kevin Millar, for joining us right here on Off the Mound. He's a gentleman and a squire. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Rai.
Good stuff, guys.
Awesome,
That
brother.
was 30 minutes.
Sweet.
Ryan's a pro.
Knocked it out.
He knows his time.
That was good.
Dude. That'll be so great. Yeah, that was great.
Thanks for
I was
having
just
me.
mad you left his shirt on the whole time, but whatever. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Second time you're on the show.
Yeah, I could have taken off any time. I have no problem with it. It just sometimes makes people puke, Ryan. Let's be honest. I didn't know if Malik had just eaten lunch or what.
We didn't want him throwing that up.
Not yet. I would have been good, though. I would have been good. I'm pretty sure I've seen your shirt off before, so nothing new.
It's just a dad's body.
It is pretty
dude. It's just the
impressive, though.
guts
Your
hanging over
body
the belt
hasn't
buckle.
changed much, though. It still looks the same as it is spring training of 2010. You know?
It's the truth. It's just a frumpy old dad's body. I said you can work out. You don't have to work out. Whatever it is, it's just going to be obliques hanging over the side of the belt buckle.
Ham hocks, though. Still got ham hocks always.
Yep, and candy always. That was my set. I had the knife here holding the phone so it wouldn't fall, and I had the red vines as my backdrop.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, bro.
Hey,
And
thanks,
the Mona
brother.
Lisa.
Let me know whatever if you need anything or anything.
Yeah, likewise. Who you guys got today? Oh, sick. All right, dude. I love you, man.
Love you too, doggy. Malik,
See you, Kevin.
good talking.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see you.
I'll see you soon, though. Good luck with everything. Glad to hear you're well.
You too, man. I appreciate you. All right, y'all.
See you guys.
All right, bro.
See you, Bill.
Okay, dude. Thanks, homie. Malik, you there?
Yeah, I was rolling on
You guys there? Hello?
all the beginning stuff too. Yeah, Tempe, hear me?
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I was rolling on everything, so you got plenty to work with.
Okay, good, man. Yeah, we'll get some good little, all kinds of stuff and some good teaser stuff and stuff like that. So, and then we'll plan on maybe doing monologue like on Wednesday or something like that. Just give a couple more days for guys to finally report. Malik's, is he still on or did he get off?
He's on. He muted himself. Stand by.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's still in BMX. Did you jump off BMX? All right, stand by. Yeah, all good. He's jumping back on. Hold on, Deb.
Okay.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I knew he's as good as you're going to get as far as
I'm happy you went to
handling
that
interviews and all that.
where he does IT. That was a nice little room to do it in.
You got me, Dim?
Yeah.
All right. What day you want to do your monologue?
I'm thinking Wednesday.
Okay.
Just gives us, I mean, I think it gives us, wait, hold on here. I would like to do Thursday personally, but I don't know if that's too late. Just because July 1st is kind of the first reporting date, maybe we can, if there's any quotes, anything, but if you want to do it sooner, I totally understand that too.
Yeah, Wednesday would be better.
Okay, let's do Wednesday. And then we might film Arietta Wednesday as well. I'll talk to him today. He said just touch back on Monday. He actually had a good idea. He brought it up about talking about the protocols that they got to follow and the sacrifices that they have to make and just really addressing the issues. So
Well,
I thought he'd be a good one too.
yeah, because it'd be good if he could tell us what he thinks a day in the life his as a player is going to change now than it was before.
Yeah,
Coming in and
no
not
doubt.
going, not using the showers, coming in with your own gear and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's going to be like you were a little leaguer.
Being
again.
away. Yeah, and guys who might, be away from their families and things like that, and getting tested every day, or getting your temperature checked and getting tested every once in a while, whatever the protocols are. you know, kind of everything from working out to, you know, the no high fiving and all those kind of things. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, cool. Well,
and
let's
then we
just
can
plan
talk to him
on.
about cup.
We can talk tomorrow, but we'll plan on Wednesday morning for at least a monologue, and if he's good, then too,
Okay,
great. Because he's
sounds
with
good.
Philly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, what you think he may be done working out for the day by the time we want to do something?
Yes.
Also, keep in mind too, there's no 360 anymore, so we can, if he wants to do it at
Oh, we
two
can do a little
o'clock,
later.
yeah, we could do it at like 2 o'clock.
Okay, cool, sweet.
So yeah, just let us know, and then but we'll soft plan for Wednesday for the monologue, and then we'll just put the monologue in at
Okay.
11, and then we'll just go from there.
Well, let's put it in. Let's put the monologue in at 12 then. You know.
12.
Yeah, and then that way, if it's like a little bit, if it ends up, if he's like, I can do one, which is 2 his time, then we're just a little bit better off, you know.
Yep, sounds good. So we'll
Okay.
put it in for 12.
Okay, dude. All right,
All right,
sweet.
I'll be in
That was
touch
good stuff, man.
tomorrow. Yep. See ya.
Awesome. Okay. See you, Kev.
Later, Dan. Thanks.